Hey coaches, welcome back. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How you guys doing today? Today I've got part four in my demo on drawing a playbook in MS PowerPoint. This is Draw Football Plays for Free, and we're drawing the defense. Yes, if you've got Microsoft PowerPoint or Google Slides, you can draw football plays for free. Most everybody has this software, probably don't even know it. So in today's lesson, like I said, we're going to be going over creating a defense and defense templates. We did this for offense. Now we're going to do it for defense, because the next video, which hopefully will be tomorrow or next week, we'll be setting up that defense template in a master slide against an offense and vice versa kind of thing. So before we get into it, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. If you can just comment below real quick what football defense you use, that'd be a big help to me. So, hey, what football defense do you use right now? Or what do you like? Or what two do you use? Put it down in the comments below. That'd be great. And also hit the subscribe button. So let's jump into this. I've already brought over, since one of our lessons has already been how to set up a youth football play, I brought over a offensive youth football play. I've turned on the ruler guidelines and graphic or guides there from the view menu. Excuse me, and I just did it again. So we go to view, we can hit ruler, guidelines, and guides. These guides are real nice, and I already set up, I just drew a line for a line of scrimmage there. So I've already done that, and I've got these guides here. So I want the defense to set up a little bit off. So I'm going to set the defense up on that one guideline there. The offense is kind of in the middle of the field there. And so let's see what a good object is for defense. I like this triangle off object here because it sets up real nice. And so there's the triangle. We've got it just about the size of that circle. But let's go over here. I know the circle is 4x4, so we'll just set that up like that. And I'll put that player right there on that line. Now, I don't care anything about there being a solid, so I can go over here and I can pick out this solid right there for that defensive player. And I want the line to be a little bit thicker, the width, so I pull up this format shape thing, which is just I can click on the shape and then right click and click on the shape thing, and it brings up this menu here. And under the line menu, the width, I can come in here and I want to make it a 2. So that gives me a defensive player that I like this time. And we want to set up a 5-3 first, because that is, according to my poll, the top youth football defense. I think about 25% of our responders play a 5-3. So let's set up a 5-3. So I'm just going to copy that, because that's the easiest way instead of redrawing it. Copy that. There's 1. We need 5 on the line here. We need a nose guard. Go. We need another tackle. And I'm going to set these tackles up just head up. You guys may shade them or whatever. And I'm going to put the DNs outside a little bit for contain. Now we need 3 linebackers because of the 5-3. We've got our Mike here. And we're just going to put him a little bit close. I'm going to play him out. Oop. Now that's good to know. You see how I did that? This little button here means take away. So, and I'm going to put him in that gap. And that's what I do over here. And he may be moved out a little bit further to help that guy, but we're not talking about that today. We're just talking about drawing. So there's your 5-3. Let's put the 2 corners in. You may play them up like I do or back, but for purposes now, we're just going to set them back here. Here's the safety, and here's the other corner. So there's a 5-3. So we've set up our defense against an offensive play. If you didn't have that offensive play, it didn't matter. You can just draw a line or use the guide and set up your defense right there. If you want to put a letter inside that like I got on offense, you just click inside the object, and I can just let's just put an M in there for that dude. There's an M. So there it is. If you think that M is too big, you can click on it a couple of times and turn it down to a 12 font or whatever. But there it is. So there's your 5-3 defense. It's simple, just like we did on the offense, not too complicated. And let's say I want to do a 6-2 defense. So remember, I'm just going to duplicate. I'm going to come up here, 6-2. I'm going to call this a 6-2 wide tackle. That's what I like to play. And let's see. So my tackles come wider over to the tight ends. Like that. I've got a nose guard here. And a lot of times, a lot of leagues, they've got to play those head up on the guard, stunt to the A. So what's what we're going to do now? So I've got my D ends head up on the tight ends. And guards head up on the guards, and then I've got 2 linebackers because 6'2". I'm going to put the mic over here on this weak side, slower side, and I like to play my faster guy over here. So we've got that, and then now we're in a 6'2". Do you see how quickly we were able to do that? And so there's another defense if you want to look at multiple defenses here. And let's just draw a couple more out. The next major defense, I think the 6'2" is like at 20%, which is 5% behind the 5'3". I think the 4-4 is like at 15%. So we can draw the 4-4. You can just draw them up, and to me, the 4-4, I just drop my D ends out of the 6'2". And you can stack them if you run that 4-4 stack, but you can do this, and then if you wanted to, you can move these guys out, move these guys in. Really, how you play it, or whatever you're setting up your alignment. But there's a 4-4. Let's talk about a gap 8. The gap 8's really easy to come out of a 6'2". So let's do. The 6'2" is called the ABC defense, if you guys haven't heard that, because it's really easy to change formations out of a 6'2" defense. So let's call this a gap 8. So on the gap 8, the ends, I keep my ends contained and move my linebackers up into the C gap. So I've got the guards in A, tackles in B, linebackers are coming in and shooting C, and I've got the D ends playing contains. And then you can move up your corners however you want to play them, inside or outside. Safety will kind of come up a little bit more, and if you want, you can drop the safety, move this guy up to play linebacker like that, or you could actually put one guy here and kind of have a gap 8 rover. But any way you want to do it, I mean, you've got it set up. Look how easy it is to move people around. You can play with your defenses there. So we've got 4 top defenses, and let's go into my favorite defense that I like to play up until about 10U and rec, which is the 70. That'll finish out defenses here. So you can set up a 70 defense to see what that looks like. And in a 70, you've got a nose guard still. We'll just use this Mike linebacker here, and you've got these guys in the gap. That you've got 2. You've got your nose guard there in the 2, like that, and then I've got 2 kind of safety, strong safety linebackers here. Pull my corners down a little bit. So there's a 70, and I really like that kind of defense, and you can do a lot. And for a lot of you, like I was saying, that you can't play the 70 with a nose guard this easily, and let's just hit duplicate. This easily becomes a 6-1. Just move the mic right here. Those guys out a little bit like there. Now we kind of come into a 6-1. Ooh, I got to put a 3 up there. So see how easy that was to change. So there you go. There are 5 or 6 defenses that we just set together. Took us a little while to set the first one up with the triangles. And then we went through and set that all up. And like I said, you can click in the middle of these, turn them into E's, and you can or whatever letters you want to put in there. And then you'll say you want to make a comment on this slide. I just go up here to this little text box up there, and I can, say, hey, comment, this is great. And I can leave that box there if I'm, wanting to add more information on that. There's also some notes down there that you can click on. Just a little quickie, and these are notes. So if you printed out a notes page, that would come up. But there is the defensive templates that I wanted to get set up today. And so they're just multiple templates that you can look at. And now you can draw, let's just say real quick that you want to draw a line for the DN to go in somewhere. So there's a line. Come over here and say I want it a little bit thicker. And I can even thicken that up. So you can then start putting that in. But that's really for the next lesson in this whole thing. So let's get through this. So this was part 4. We created a defense. We created some defensive templates here. The next lesson we'll create more on the defensive template, kind of like maybe we'll draw a blitz or two, and then we'll also set up a master slide of defense so you can see how that will look against an offense. And so we'll talk about master slides if we have enough time in the next part. So that's the end of part 4. I hope you enjoyed this lesson of setting up a defense template in part 4 and the creating my playbook deep demo. This is Coach Parker with coachparker.org. Thanks again for joining me today. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.